Christmas because we already opened our presents. Christmas isn't over. So in the church, we celebrate for a little while longer. Have you heard of the 12 days of Christmas? I bet you have. So the 12 days of Christmas, we will still celebrate. And it lasts from Christmas Day, when Jesus is born, all the way to Epiphany. And some cool things happen during that time. Jesus even gets his name. We'll talk about that next week. So boys and girls, keep celebrating. And our story today is about two people who were celebrating too. They were so excited to meet baby Jesus, Simeon and Anna. Simeon and Anna. There was an old man named Simeon who lived in Jerusalem. Simeon loved God. He knew God's words and believed God's promises. God made a promise to Simeon. God promised Simeon that he would not die until he saw the person God was sending to save the whole world. One day, Simeon went to the temple. The temple was very crowded. Many people were there. Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus were there too. Simeon looked around. When Simeon saw baby Jesus, he got very excited. Could Jesus be the one? Simeon pointed at baby Jesus and asked, "May I hold him?" "Carefully," Mary said. Simeon carefully picked Jesus up and began praising God. Simeon said, "God, you have kept your promise. You have let me see the one you promised to send. He will save the whole world." Mary and Joseph were amazed. Was Jesus part of God's promise to save the whole world? What does this mean? Joseph asked, "How could this be?" Simeon talked about God's promise with Mary and Joseph, and then he blessed Jesus and his family. An old woman named Anna was also at the temple. Anna lived at the temple. She worshiped God and prayed day and night. The temple, boys and girls, is their church. When Anna saw Jesus, she rushed over. She knew Jesus was special. Would Mary let Anna hold Jesus too? Yes, Mary said. Anna began praising God too. She told everyone who would listen, Jesus is the one God promised to send. Jesus will save the world. Then Anna handed Jesus back to Joseph. Take good care of him, Anna said. Oh, we will, Joseph said. What an exciting day. When Mary and Joseph finished at the temple, they took Jesus home to Nazareth. Jesus grew up in Nazareth. He became strong and wise, and God was always with him. They were very excited, weren't they? So boys and girls, you might have heard people refer to God or Jesus as a light in our lives. Light is good, right? Beautiful. And people get really excited about that. I want you to think of what else is a light in your life. What else brightens your world? Might be a person. Maybe it's your mom or your sister, or you have a friend that brings light to your life. Maybe it's something that you do. Maybe you love art and that brings light in your life. Maybe you love to play soccer. So this week, boys and girls, I want you to think about what brightens your life and make a list. What brings light in your life? Make a list and then read your list and be thankful and grateful for all the light in your life. You ready to pray? Gracious God, we are grateful for your light in the world. Help us to see it. Help us to know it. Help us to be it.